Hello again! Good to see you. Oh boy, I'm excited about today. Today is a super fun story. One of my favorite stories I learned about when I was your age. Oh boy, it's a good one. Get ready. Also, got another fun craft coming your way. If you've already done it, rock on! Wow! If not, Miss Gabriela is gonna have a video in just a second to show you how to make this craft. This one's super fun. I mean, they're all super fun, but this one's really cool. I like it. So, let's start off with a song. Now this song is called Every Move I Make. You ready? Starts off with a little bit of la-las. Here we go. And la 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 la. Every move I make, I'm making you. You make me move, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Every step I take in you. You are my way, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Come on, here we go. Waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh my God, this love, how can it be? La 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 la. All right, so that was our song. Now, Miss Gabriela is going to show us how to make our craft today. All right.
Hello, I am Miss Gabriela, and today I have a wonderful craft prepared for you and I to do together. Let's start. So now we have our materials laid out. So let's review them. We have our 2 pieces of felt, one that is bigger at the top and slimmer at the bottom, smaller at the bottom. We have an eye. We have a piece of green paper. And we have a clothespin. So now we are going to match this shape with the shape of the big fish because we're gonna be gluing the top part and the lower part onto the clothespin, right? So that the fish is gonna be able to open the mouth. Okay, so I would like you to just press on and examine your clothespin. So that means that way it's not loose. Sometimes it can be a little loose, or the wire can be thicker in one side or the other. So just make sure that you press it so it's tighter and that we're ready to glue. Okay, so get your glue stick. Let's open it up. Okay. And as always, my recommendation is that you use the rims to evenly distribute the glue. I have found it to be a good trick. I have also tested the glue, so don't fret, the glue works really well with felt. All you have to do is make sure that you have plenty of glue applied to the top and the bottom. Take your time, and remember, you can always pause the video, okay? Okay, so it looks like it's enough glue. And now we are gonna carefully kind of gauge first where you want, how you wanna position your felt, right? Because you want the edges to match. And now we're gonna press, okay? This is an excellent exercise in patience, in developing more patience. So you can take deep breaths, take your time. This can actually be a really relaxing time. I love arts and crafts. It's really relaxing for me. And just take your time to press. Okay. And now we're gonna add the lower part. Now this part seems it's more delicate, it's more thin. So we're gonna be also a little extra careful and to take our sweet time, okay, as we press the felt. And remember, it's okay if you need to take your extra time, or start again, or add more glue. It's totally fine. Okay, wow, press it, see, mine came out. Let's figure this out. Let's see. Okay, I figured it out. So it's from this side. All you have to do is align it. That can happen to you too. So in some clothespins the wire is quite thick, as I mentioned before. And all you have to do is just realign it. It seems that this area is a little bit harder to glue because the wire is coming out. Okay. You might need to shape it, mold it a little bit so that it fits nicely. All right, so we're gonna let it dry a little bit, okay? And now we are gonna take our green paper and we are going to draw a fellow. Now, do you remember the story? Are you familiar with the story of the Prophet Jonah? Okay. Our fellow is going to be the Prophet Jonah, right? And we are going to draw a face and a little bit of a body, but mainly the face. We're going to focus on the face and we're going to basically just draw a simple shape, a circle, okay? Now, we have our circle, and in order to draw the eyes, instead of having our marker tilted in this way, we're going to move it this way here, because guess what? That way we can use the tip of the marker, so we have the smallest eyes possible. 1, 2. You see that? And now in the same position, we're gonna draw a mouth. And I'm gonna make it wavy because guess what? He's a little worried inside the big fish. He's not quite happy there. Can you imagine yourself in that position? Okay, so look. With the tip of the marker and very little pressure, I just made my wavy mouth. So here, so you can see, okay? And now we're gonna draw the body. So you can draw, it can be anything like a t-shirt, kind of looking like a t-shirt or a robe. And a little bit of, I'm gonna draw some hair here. Okay. The Prophet is quite worrying there. Okay, now we are going to add some glue on the back. Okay, we turn it around and on the back in the lower section. Okay, we are going to now, we're going to glue these behind on the other side in the bottom. okay? And I actually made a mistake. You add the glue on the front, not on the back. Oopsie. Okay, so on the front, it's okay, the glue will dry, you're fine. And I have found when you're crafting, you need to absolutely be ready to make mistakes and adapt. So this is a good lesson to do together, okay? So now we're gonna press and press and press. And just have patience with the glue. Okay, it looks pretty good there. Now we're gonna turn around and treat it with care and treat it with some delicate touches there because the glue is still settling in, okay? And now we're gonna work on our eye. We're gonna add glue to the back of the eye, and again, I like to use the rims. Okay, gives you more control over the application and distribution of the glue. And now we're gonna add the eye, and guess what? Here, I'll invite you to check this out. When you add the eyes towards the front lower part, it looks like the whale is looking down, doesn't it? Let me position it here so you can see it. Now, when you're positioning up, it creates a different effect, right? It's a different expression for the whale. So I would like for you to find where you would like to position the eye. I like it here. And I'm gonna press just a little bit. Now you might have gotten a bigger eye. I sent some small eyes in some of the kids, so that's part of the fun. Okay, so there you go. Now I am gonna slowly open. Make sure slowly, and guess what? Our Jonah is in there. Good job. It has been so fun creating this craft with you, and I'm excited to see you next time. Feel free to share it with family and friends and share the story that you will learn from Mr. Jeremy about the Prophet Jonah. We have been learning all about prophets, who they are, what they did, the messages that they gave to the king, to the priests, to the people. Okay? Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you remember that you are deeply loved. See you next time.
All right, now today we're going to hear a story about the prophet Jonah. Now, the word of the Lord came to Jonah. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and tell them that they are bad and need to change and become good. Now, prophets are people who come so close to God, and God comes so close to them that they know what God is telling them to do. Then, they go do it. Jonah turned the other way and walked away. He found a ship going to Tarshish in Spain, and that was about as far away from Nineveh, where God wanted him to go, as he could possibly go. So Jonah got on the boat, and all of a sudden, there was a great storm that broke out. The sailors were so afraid. So each one prayed to his own God. They threw everything they were carrying into the ocean to make the ship, the ship light so that it could float. Now listen, a prophet is someone who helps people know what to do. So they went to look for Jonah. Do you know where he was? Jonah was asleep at the bottom of the boat. The captain found him and commanded him to call on his God to save them. And all Jonah did was climb up onto the deck of the boat. Now the storm, it got worse, and the people were more afraid, and they decided to cast lots to see who had made God angry. And they wanted to throw that person overboard to get rid of him. Now, a prophet is someone who speaks for the one true God. But Jonah still did not speak. The sailors asked him who he was. He told them he worshipped God, the one who made the sea and the dry land. And the sailors were afraid. They knew that he was trying to flee from God. Then the sea became even more trouble. Finally, Jonah said, "Throw me in, and the storm will stop." So they threw him in. And suddenly, all was quiet. The sea was calm. Now, a prophet's someone who's close to God, and a false prophet is someone who is very far away from God. And then when Jonah was thrown into the water, he was neither close to God or far from God. He was sinking. And as he sank, a great big fish swam up and swallowed him. Oh! Now Jonah was in the belly of this fish for 3 days and 3 nights. And then Jonah began to pray. And the fish started becoming very strange. Started feeling really, really strange. So strange that the fish went up onto the land and... You know what happens. Blah. All of a sudden, Jonah wasn't in the belly anymore, if you get what I'm saying. Now, the word of the Lord came to Jonah a second time. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and tell them they are bad and need to change and become good. And this time, Jonah went to Nineveh. He came out and cried to the people of Nineveh, "You're bad, and you need to be good. God said you'll be destroyed if you don't change." Now, a prophet's someone who is overjoyed when people who are bad become good. See, the people of Nineveh, they listened to God's call, and they turned good. They were bad, and then they turned good, which is great news, because God didn't destroy the city. But this made Jonah angry. He wanted God to destroy the city. These people were not even the people of God. He went outside the city and sat on a hill and sulked. Jonah wanted to get his way. God said, "Why are you angry?" God made a plant grow to give Jonah shade as he sat on the hill in the sun. And then later that night, God sent a worm to attack the plant. And then it withered away and died. When Jonah arose, the sun rose, and the sun beat down on the head of Jonah so that he was faint. And then he grew angry about the death of the plant. I'm so angry. Now, God asked, why are you angry about the plant? Jonah said, I'm angry. I'm angry enough to die. He thought he might get his way. And God said, you pity the plant, but you did nothing for it. You did not cause it to grow. You did not care for it. Should I not pity Nineveh, that great city where there are more than 120,000 people and all their cattle? And that's how the story ends. Now, I wonder, what part of the story did you like best? I wonder, what part of the story is most important? I wonder, where are you in the story? Or what part of the story is about you? I wonder if there's any part of the story we could leave out and then still have all the story we need. Now I wonder, how would you finish the story? Those are some good things to think about. Lots of stuff going on. Also, this is so cool. Look at it. There's a fish. You can make yourself fish earring. All right, friends. This was a delight to get to tell you today. I am so happy that you have been watching these videos. I hope you're enjoying them as much as we have been enjoying making them. We just want you to know you are deeply, deeply loved. Sending you virtual hugs. And we'll see you next week. Bye.